at the moment, as you're trying to think about talent, about retainment, about ensuring that people can work most effectively from wherever they are you asking people to come back to the office to ensure that there's that serendipity? Or are you keeping a flexibility around ServiceNow?
Well, first, thank you for having us here. It's such a great opportunity to talk about what I care so much about, which is talent strategy and people and how they can thrive. And here at ServiceNow, we've been always leading with flexibility and trust for our people, even before COVID and then certainly during COVID. And now, we still lean on, we have the opportunity where our people with their managers can pick what persona they want to be in. Is it to be a remote person, meaning you're not in the office at all? Is it to be a flexible person where you're 1 to 3 days in the office per week? And then are you in the office all the time? And we continue to, let our people let that unfold. And it's been working really great for us.
I was talking to someone who works in another key tech company who's having to make that decision right now as to whether they sign up to be fully remote or not. And, well, they're mainly worried about what the winter looks like, how they will then feel in months to come, how that ultimately unfolds. How do you ensure that flexibility remains flexible to opt in and opt out of?
It's for sure this conversation between a manager and a person here. We have flexibility in that conversation too, and we're continually, adding these requests and trying to manage them all so that people get to put their point of view out there, and then if we can make it happen, they can pick the persona that they want to be in. So I expect, the winter could create a different environment. There's summer here in the U.S. that also, people need more flexibility, and we've been able to keep those promises.
So without a mandatory office attendance, are you kind of like the biggest flexible distributed workforce?
I'd like to think so. I haven't really checked on that, but we certainly are amongst the biggest. And, I think the people being able to have a covenant with each other on, I'm going to be in the office 1 to 3 days as flexible is really important. And if you're not going to be in 1 to 3 days, then you have to talk to your manager about why you're not going to be there. So I think we can continue with flexibility and accountability in the same way. So we can get the growth, the innovation, the shoulder to shoulder camaraderie where we can, and certainly really dial it into moments that matter. So I'm in the New York office today. One of the jobs I take seriously is to represent this workforce in New York, whether it's about coming in because there's a great learning and development opportunity, or, we have other visitors coming in that you can learn from, or there's a community social event where we're helping give back in New York. And I think that is actually what's bringing people into the office more than a mandate or, sort of being specific. And I think that those moments that matter will continue to have us earn the commute for our people to come in.
And I'm sure they're coming in to talk about the technology they're building.
Yeah.
How much are they worried, particularly in your area, of focusing on reducing bias and ensuring equality? When we think about generative AI and AI, how much is there thought about that at the moment, the way in which you deploy it at ServiceNow?
We are such an optimistic company. We have great ambitions. You've probably heard Bill McDermott talk about us becoming the DESCO 21C, which is the, defining enterprise software company of the 21st century. So innovation, technology, generative AI are always at the top of everyone's mind. And it's an exciting, optimistic place to be to talk about those things. Specific around bias and the things that you just asked me about, I believe that the technology can help us take that out. So you have a job description, you can use generative AI to review that job description and say, these are the things that come out because it is creating bias versus the negative, darker side of AI. And we take it very seriously in how we, build governance and trust.